Previously on Gilmore Girls Rewrites.
Wow, Mom, I know you like impulse buys, but since when did you become a biker?
That's not mine.
Well then, who do we know who owns a motorcycle?
Beats me. I don't think anyone in Stars Hollow even has one.
Hey, Lore, it's great to see you. You look fantastic as always. Hey, Lore, it's great to see you. You look fantastic as always.
Christopher?
Well, anything else? No, how are you? How's LA? Make it big yet? And no greeting from my daughter?
Hi, Dad.
Christopher, what are you doing here?
I figured I'd see how my favorite girls were doing.
But you can't just barge in like this. Why now? Does anyone know you're here? Where are you staying?
Lore, slow down.
Rory, why don't you go inside and do your homework?
Okay, but I thought we could all sit down and talk about this as a family.
Actually, we already ate, and I think the two of us should sit down and discuss this as adults.
Lorelai and Christopher sit in the kitchen.
You never did have a good sense of timing, did you? Coming into town unannounced on a Tuesday night when Rory has school tomorrow and I have an inn to run?
What can I say? In LA, we run on completely different time schedules. Less rushing around from place to place. How was the inn anyway?
And you always love to distract. Yep, Christopher hasn't changed one bit.
Listen, Lore, I know I haven't been there for Rory.
Yeah, try as soon as I moved out at 18, you split.
But I want to try to be a father figure for her. Be there to help her through school.
Christopher, you had years to do that, but you chose LA. Why now? Do my parents know you're here? Because they love everything about you.
Well, no. You're the only ones. Wanted to see my girls first.
A likely story. Now, why are you really here?
Well, there was some trouble that I came into LA. Financial trouble, that is.
What do you mean? My dad said that your big movie idea got picked up.
It did, but then we went over budget. Production stopped and no one was getting paid. So I came back to Connecticut.
So you quit?
Well...
No, Christopher, that's exactly what you did. You just ran away from your problems because things didn't work out for you. Real mature.
Well, then what do you suggest I do if you're so knowledgeable?
I don't know. Look for another job in LA? I mean, what is bringing you back to Connecticut? There's no opportunity here to make it big in the movie industry.
Well, I was hoping that maybe I could come here and see if there's any opening in your father's company.
You want to work for my father? You, Christopher Hayden, the man who never could work in a suit and tie 9-to-5 office position.
Yeah, I get it. What else could I do? He's a major connection that I have here.
So if you came back to see my dad, then why didn't you tell him that you were coming to see him?
It's not exactly easy to admit that you need a job, especially when you know he'll get on his high horse.
Ah, yes. The one thing we can agree about. My parents. At least you can do no wrong in their eyes, even though you were the one that got me pregnant.
What can I say? They know what they want.
What if they don't offer you a job?
See, I hadn't planned ahead that far.
Figures.
I guess I would just go back to LA.
So then where are you staying now?
I don't think you'll like the answer.
Oh God, please don't tell me you just expected to stay here.
No, I wouldn't come back unexpectedly then tell you I'm staying over in the same day.
Yeah, because that would be too much.
I'm staying at the Independence Inn.
What? How? When?
I checked in yesterday. You weren't there. But there was some French guy who checked me in. Seemed like a charming guy.
Yeah, that's Michelle for you. Wow, I can't believe you.
It's the only thing that is cheap and close enough to your parents.
Couldn't you have found anything else?
What if I just need to see you every day?
Please.
I did mean it earlier, though, Lore.
What?
You look great.
Well, you always were the charmer, weren't you?
The next morning at Luke's, Rory, Lane, and Claire meet up for breakfast.
Where were you last night? You didn't answer any of my texts.
Sorry, busy night. Lots of homework already.
Rory, you are never good at lying.
What are you talking about?
That's not the only reason you're avoiding Lane.
Well, Rory?
Okay, fine. Something weird happened last night.
Which was?
Luke comes over just as Rory is about to answer. Here's your omelet, Lane. Where's your mother this morning, Rory?
She had to get to work early.
Busy day at the inn today?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Okay, whatever you say. Luke walks away, skeptical. Rory, spill.
My dad came to our house last night.
What? Your dad never comes around.
I know, but he's here now.
Is he staying at your house? Are he and your mom going to get back together?
Whoa, slow down, Claire. While I think my mom still has feelings for him, I don't think that's the reason he came back. He and my mom had a long talk last night, and it sounded like he was looking for a job.
But I thought he was super successful out in LA.
That's what I thought too.
So, did he and your mom,
Ew, gross, Claire.
I mean, you said your mom still has feelings for him.
My mom is a lot of things, but I don't think she'd get back together with him that quickly. Plus, he left after the conversation was over. He's staying at the inn.
No.
Oh, please, he obviously wants to get back together with your mom then. I mean, of all the inns in town, he picks that one, and your mom just happens to work there. Come on, Rory, all of the signs are there.
Would you be okay with your parents getting back together?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I've just been so used to it always being just me and my mom.
But he is your dad, and then you all finally be living in the same place.
I don't know. They didn't get married for a reason. And he loved LA.
Never say never, Rory. People change.
I should get going. Gotta catch the bus.
Bye. What are the odds Lorelai and Christopher did it?
Oh, would you stop it?
Just as Rory leaves Luke's, Dean comes up behind her.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Little jumpy this morning, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Just a lot's been going on right now.
I mean, I know you just started at Chilton, but it can't be that bad already, can it?
Actually, it is. Everyone's so weird and competitive.
But there's more to it, isn't there?
Rory gives Dean a confused look.
Oh, come on, Rory. I can read you like a children's version of Moby Dick. Something else is bugging you.
You're not the only one who thinks so. Well, it turns out my dad came home last night.
When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him in years. I don't even remember what the last thing I did with him was, or what he even looked like. And now, he doesn't have a job. And my friends think he's trying to get back together with my mom. And I don't know what to think, but I have more important things to worry about.
Rory, slow down. I'm lost. Your dad's back and he doesn't have a job?
And he's staying at my mom's inn. So my friends are convinced he's trying to get back together with my mom.
Well, do you think that's all happening?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, my mom still has feelings for him. I don't know if I want it to happen, though. I'm still deciding.
But he's your father.
But he hasn't been acting like it for who knows how many years.
I don't know, Rory. I would just let things run their course if I were you.
My bus is here. I'll see you later.
Have a good day at school.
Yeah, you too.
At the inn, Lorelai pays Suki a visit in the kitchen. Jackson and Suki are dealing with the latest fruit he has come with for the day. I told you I didn't use pesticides on them. Do you want to come by my garden yourself and grow the plant? Well then, explain to me why these peaches taste like soap. Because that's how all peaches taste. You're hopeless. Lorelai, will you please tell Jackson these peaches taste weird? Lorelai?
Yeah, whatever Suki said. Listen, Suki, do you have any coffee?
Couldn't get to Luke's this morning?
I had a late night yesterday. Christopher's back.
He is? Did you know about this?
No, he just showed up at my house, unannounced. He never did have good timing.
Well, what's going on?
He apparently lost his job and needs to ask my father of all people for a job. I just don't get why he needed to come back all the way to Connecticut to do that. And on top of that, he's staying here, of all places. Michelle checked him in.
Lorelai, I don't think the job is the only thing that brought him back here. I think he wants to get back together with you. I mean, you don't come all the way across the U.S. just to get a job.
But why now? When the inn is crowded, I'm trying to start up my own business, and Rory just started Chilton.
Lorelai, he had no way of knowing all that was going on.
Well, maybe he would have known if he decided to keep in contact at all and actually stay in Rory's life.
Someone's bitter.
Well, yeah, I have reason to be. He doesn't deserve to just stroll back into my life after being gone for so long, telling me you look good as soon as he sees me. Ugh, he disgusts me.
You totally still love him.
I do not.
Do too. Lorelai Gilmore, you are blushing.
Am not.
R2.
Stay out of this, Jackson.
Yep. Whoever this Christopher guy is, he totally loves Lorelai. Lorelai leaves the kitchen and goes to the front desk where Michelle is. There you are. I was worried I might have to send out a search party for you.
Not in the mood, Michelle.
I don't think you ever are.
Did you by chance happen to check in anyone yesterday? After I left?
Of course I did. I actually do my job.
Do you remember checking anyone in by the name of Christopher?
I was so busy yesterday, I didn't remember specifics.
So you don't recall if someone came in and asked about if I worked here?
Doesn't ring a bell. Christopher walks by, dressed up in a suit. Morning. I was just wondering what was being offered for breakfast today.
Oh, good morning, sir. This morning we're having eggs Benedict with hash browns, toast, and homemade marmalade. Hope you enjoy.
Laura, relax. No need to be so formal. It's just me. I wanted to stop by and say that I have an interview with your father today. So just hope that all goes well for me. See ya. That pain me to watch.
Well, you could have jumped in any time.
Watching you struggle is better than cable. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that the two of you used to date or something.
Oh, we did that and more. He's Rory's father.
At least now we know where she gets her good looks from. Rory is at her locker before class starts when she sees Paris.
Paris, hey, can we talk about the partner project we have to do? I want to get it out of the way.
I've already started planning all that we need to get done and set out a timeline. I don't need your help on this.
But we both have to contribute to it, so neither of us get an incomplete.
Well, I've already started doing the research. I guess we just need to decide what we actually want to do for the project itself. Let's meet up tomorrow night.
Okay, but where?
Your house, of course.
But I live far away, out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, we can't have it at my house.
Why not? You probably live closer, and I could just come over right after school.
We just can't have it at my house, okay? I'll just come to your house tomorrow at 6. Just give me your address so I don't get lost in the middle of a cornfield, all right?
Paris walks off. Tristan sees Rory alone and walks up to her. Well, hello, new girl. Already considering dropping out after day 1?
You wish.
Ooh, feisty when she's provoked. Think any more about that study date I offered you? Could really help you catch up since you're a month behind.
When I said no, I meant no.
Suit yourself.
And my name's Rory. Maybe you should use it once in a while.
At Luke's, Patty and Babette have breakfast together. So I was just sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden I hear a motorcycle pull up into Lorelai's driveway, and I check to see who it is, and it's a man. Lorelai didn't act like she was expecting any company. So who was it? Some new beau? I don't know. He just waited around pacing. He was there for a while, and he just kept looking at the house. Well, did he stay? Did he leave? Well, then she got back later, and she was really surprised to see him. He came into the house with her and Rory, stayed for a bit, and then he left. You don't think it's Rory's father, do you? Who else would visit Lorelai? I think you're right. It has to be him. Do you think they're going to get back together? Why else would he come back? Luke walks over. More coffee, ladies? Luke, did you hear that Rory's father is back in town? What are you talking about? Last night, he paid Lorelai and Rory a little visit. Ah, come on. Lorelai would have said something if that was true. What makes you think she'd tell you first? Well, I don't know. Seems like something she would tell a person. Don't get your hopes up too high, Luke. Did you see Lorelai this morning? No, but she usually comes by for lunch. Well, it's lunchtime now, and no sign of her. Luke looks disappointed. Richard Gilmore's office at Gurman and Driscoll. Richard sits in his office doing paperwork when his secretary comes in. Mr. Gilmore, your 1:30 is here. Right on time. Send him in, please. Christopher walks into the office. Hello, Mr. Gilmore. Christopher, take a seat, and please call me Richard. Yes, of course, sir. I mean Richard. So, what brings you back in town? How's LA? LA was good, but I needed a little change of scene. You see, that movie that got picked up was a flop. Now I have no money and really need a job. So, you were wondering if I had any openings, were you? Well, yes. But you see, there are many office jobs out in LA. You didn't need to come all this way. And you were the one years ago who had no interest in being locked up in some insurance company. I know, but I just figured. You figured that my company would have openings that I could offer my would-be son-in-law a job because I have connections. Christopher is silent in response. Just as I thought. Well, you did come in at a good time, I suppose, because our company does have a few openings with the young people coming in and going and whatnot. I do trust that you're interested in a stable job here, and you wouldn't leave at the first opportunity like in the past. No, sir. Right then, the job would be as an entry-level insurance assistant. The job starts small, $25 an hour, 9 to 5. So I would be right. Well, before we would officially hire you, you would need to schedule a more official interview, which would include you bringing in a resume and cover letter that discusses your strengths and how you'd be an asset to Gurman Driscoll. How about we say this time on Friday? Sure. Sounds great, Richard. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, Christopher. Christopher leaves the office a little overwhelmed and calls Lorelai.
Independence Inn, this is Lorelai speaking.
Lore, hey, do you have any lunch plans?
The inn's kind of swamped right now. We have already caught up, Christopher.
It's not that. It's just, I need your help. Can we have lunch at the inn?
I don't know, Christopher.
Come on, Lore. I need this. It's about the job. And you need to eat. So, what do you say? Independence Inn dining hall. Lorelai helps Christopher with his resume.
Well, I'm shocked that my dad didn't just give you the job on the spot.
It wasn't exactly an interview like I thought it would be. He just wanted to catch up. Then he said I needed to come back to interview.
Classic Richard Gilmore.
Anyway, he wanted me to bring a resume, and that's where I need your help, because I've never actually made a resume before.
You don't have a resume?
You don't really need one when you move out to Hollywood. I've never been asked for one.
You are so lucky that I actually have one like a responsible adult.
Responsible adult? Debatable.
Hey.
Lorelai playfully shoves him.
Well, let's get started then, shall we? Alright, so at the top you usually put something quick and easy to make you stand out. So mine says go-getter and idealist.
Okay, what about idealist, but also willing to work with realists?
Let's just say creative team player. It has to be quick and easy. Next, you usually categorize into education, strengths and skills, leadership experience, awards, past work experience. I'm guessing the only thing we put you down for is previous work experience, as minimal as it may be.
Not true. I got perfect attendance in 5th grade.
Very funny. No potential employer will care about that. They want things that are relevant to your life now.
Fine. I guess you can also add that I majored in film at USC.
You went to USC? Since when?
Since I turned 18. Moved out and realized that I wanted to make films.
But why didn't you tell me you went to college?
Lorelai, when I told you and your parents I wanted to move to LA and do film, you looked the other way. You insisted I would never have a stable career.
I mean...
You were so stubborn about not coming with me. I felt like I could never tell you about the film school. You wouldn't listen.
Well, maybe if you told me that you were going, I would have come with you. I just never pinned you as a film school kid. And now here I am, didn't go to college, and all I do is running in.
All you do is running in? The work you do is incredible. You're doing better than other people that never went to college. And hey, at least you're not in debt.
Well, I am in debt, to my mother at least. She's paying for Chilton, and now she makes me and Rory come over for dinner each week as a twisted way to pay her back. I'll probably be doing it until after I die.
Classic Emily Gilmore. It seems like the both of us have been played.
Me more than you.
At least we can agree on that. But seriously, You really have been doing great with Rory. And I'm sorry I never was around. I could have pushed LA more.
Don't worry about it. You're here now, right? If you really want to be more involved, why don't you come to dinner with me and Rory tonight? You know, after we finish up all this resume stuff.
Okay, sure, why not?
Then it's settled. Okay, on to skill set.
Lorelai picks up Rory from school, and Christopher is with them.
Hey, Mom. Dad? What are you doing here?
Well, your father wanted to have dinner with us, so I figured we could take him out to the best place in town. Luke's. What do you say?
Are you guys getting back together?
No, don't worry about that, kid. I just want to have a nice family dinner.
Okay, if you say so.
They head to Luke's to grab dinner. When they walk in, Luke eyes Christopher. So this is the famous Luke's, huh?
Yep. Best coffee place and the absolute best place to pick out on burgers and fries.
Make sure to get the cheesy ones.
Hello, diner fiends. Ah, this must be the infamous Luke. And you are Christopher Hayden. And you know Lorelai because I'm Rory's father. Oh, so you're that Christopher. What can I get you all?
Coffee on tap. And we'll all have cheeseburgers and cheesy fries.
Cholesterol overload much? Luke heads off to start the food. Typical Lorelai. Always picking out.
Oh, stop it. Like you could do any better.
Hey, no judgment. Just interesting that this is Stars Hollow's finest. Anyway, Rory, how was school? God, it feels so good to finally say that.
Just don't start saying any dad jokes. It was fine, I guess. Lots of work, more projects. By the way, Mom, Paris has to come over tomorrow.
Don't tell me you're actually friends with her now.
No, it's just that we have to do a project together, and she insisted that she come over.
Wait, I'm lost. Who is Paris?
She's a girl in my classes, and she's super competitive, and is somehow convinced I'm going to ruin her reputation. And now we're paired together for a project.
So you just have to get her off your back.
How? If I try to outsmart her, then she gets mad. And if I dumb it down, I'll just fuel her ego.
Just give her reason to think that you're not a threat and don't let it show that she's getting to you.
Wow, good advice from Christopher. Where have you been hiding that all these years?
Guess I've always had it. Lorelai smiles. Rory feels tense and looks around when she notices Luke looking over at their table, and he looks away quickly when he sees her. Later, Lorelai, Rory, and Christopher leave Luke's. You were right about those cheesy fries. They were the best I've ever had. Christopher leaves. Lorelai looks puzzled.
Glad you got to experience them.
I should get going back to the inn. I'm meeting with a career counselor to look at my resume and practice interviewing.
Are you sure you don't need us to drive you back?
I should be good. I'll see you guys around.
Did you notice anything weird about the way Luke was acting?
No, Luke is Luke. He always teases us about our bad eating habits.
Yeah, but he just seemed a little off. I don't know. He kept looking over at our table whenever you and Dad were laughing about something.
What? Do you think he's jealous or something?
I never said that. It's just, are you and Dad going to get back together? You seem pretty into him at dinner, all. Wow, you have such good advice and all.
Slow down there, kid.
I'm just saying, the signs are all there. And for whatever reason, I think Luke's jealous of you and Dad.
Rory talks with Lane on the phone later that night in her room.
You should have seen her. She was all over my dad. It's like last night, she doesn't want anything to do with him, and now she's all over him. But she keeps denying it.
I'm not surprised. It's Lorelai. She has trouble confronting her feelings.
I just don't want to see her get hurt again. My parents didn't work out for a reason.
I don't know, Rory. Maybe he's changed. It sounds like you need to give him a second chance, too.
I guess you're right. Well, I should probably get going. Paris is coming over tomorrow.
Ew, why?
I got the blessing of doing a project with her.
Well, my mom arranged another date for me tomorrow night, so I don't know who has it better.
Who's it with this time?
Some kid studying to be a dentist.
Just don't let him look at your teeth, and you should be okay.
Though that actually might help. It would be like a free dentist appointment. I think that's why my mother set me up with him anyway.
Okay, bye, Lane.
Rory waits for the bus stop.
Hey,
You've got to stop doing that. You're gonna give me a heart attack.
Okay, sorry. How's everything been with your mom and dad?
Weird. They're all over each other and they refuse to acknowledge it. I don't pretend to know what's happening anymore.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry that you have to go through with that. Hey, listen, I know it's last minute, but are you free tonight? We could hang out, take your mind off things?
Sorry, can't. I have to do a partner project with Paris. How about Friday?
I'll have to check my work schedule. I told Taylor I want to work as much as possible. Gotta save up money somehow.
Right. Well, I'll see you around then.
Christopher approaches Lorelai at the front desk. Hey, Laura. Thanks again for all the help yesterday. I think I might be ready to actually do this interview. Anyway, do you think you maybe want to grab dinner again tonight?
Oh, Christopher, last night was great, but I don't think we can do tonight. Rory has her project with Paris.
Oh, right. What if the two of us went out?
I really think I should be there at the house to supervise.
Laura, this is Rory we're talking about. She's in high school. She's responsible and she doesn't need a chaperone.
Yeah, but still, Paris is really high maintenance.
Okay, well, I'll see you around.
Christopher, wait. Why don't we just grab lunch or something?
That would be great. Gilmore residence, night. Lorelai and Rory prep the house for Paris to come over.
Does she have our address?
Yes, I gave her the address 3 times and very explicit directions like she asked for.
Good. The last thing we want is for Paris to get lost in the middle of Stars Hollow. Should I make you guys any food? Set out snacks? That's what hostess moms do, right?
No, we won't be needing any of that.
Doorbell rings. It's Paris.
Thank God this is the right house. I had lots of traffic and I almost went to the house next door, but then I saw it was some crazy lady there with her cat and I luckily decided to walk away. Then I saw your mailbox. Are you ready to start the project?
Yeah, I guess. My room's this way.
Hi, Paris. I'm Lorelai, Rory's mother.
That's nice, but do I really need to know that information? Will we ever cross paths again? I'm assuming the answer is no, so in that case, we'll just get to the project.
Well, isn't she just lovely?
Rory's room, later. Rory and Paris are in the middle of their project.
Which means that Martin Luther... I need to take this.
Can it wait? You haven't been answering your phone at all the last few times it rang.
I need to take this now or else it will keep going off.
Paris walks out of the room to take the call. She doesn't notice that Lorelai is in the living room.
Hello? I told you I have to do a project. No, I'm at my partner's house. I told you that's where I'd be. No, Mom, I don't want this now. Why can't you and Dad just handle your own problems without getting me involved? No, I'll be home when the project's done. Deal with your own problems, Mom.
Paris hangs up the phone and goes back to work with Rory.
Sorry about that. Miscommunication. Where were we again?
We were just at the causes of the Protestant Reformation. Paris, are you sure you want to keep working? That sounded like an intense conversation.
Yes, I want to keep working, and it's none of your business how my phone conversation went.
Okay. I guess we should just get back to the project then.
Later. Paris leaves once the project is done.
I'm glad that's finally over. I'll take the project and keep track of it until it's due, and we need to present it to the class.
Okay, if you're so sure. Listen, Paris, if you ever need anything...
Thanks, but I don't need you butting into my life. I'm not that desperate.
Goodbye, Paris. It was so nice to meet you.
Bye.
Did you hear anything of that phone conversation she took?
All of it. I don't think home life looks too good for her. Maybe that's why she has so many issues.
I tried to ask her about it, but she completely shut me down. So much for that.
Well, if he doesn't want to involve you in it, then I think that's a blessing. You have other things to worry about other than Paris Geller's home life. Why don't you just go get some rest? You've been working too hard.
I'm glad at least you seem to think so. Paris kept making comments on how she felt like she was doing everything on her own.
German Driscoll. Well, Christopher, I see you've come prepared today with everything. Today I'm just going to act like this is a fresh interview, as if we've never met each other before. Oh, sir, is this really necessary? I'm just trying to get an even playing field for everyone. Now to start, what do you think your best qualities are, and how do you see them impacting your time here at the company? Well, I see myself as a person who's idealistic. I can easily generate ideas, which can help in a group setting to do when people don't know what to do. I see. And what is your greatest weakness? I think not being able to always follow through, but I'm trying to get better with that. I really am trying to see things to the end and keep my promises. How do you plan on improving that weakness? I want to be able to hold myself accountable, to be able to make sure that others can hold me accountable for what I tell them I'm going to do. I see on your resume that you were listed as a film director. What happened there and why the change in interest and career? Christopher pauses. He wasn't ready for that question. Well, I wanted to be a film director, so I moved to California and went to film school in order to get a degree. And I was able to do a few projects and see them through. But I had a project slip through recently and I panicked, so I came back to my hometown to see if I could get any help. How do you think I'll be qualified to work? It requires you have minimal insurance knowledge so you can properly assist someone else working on the staff. I'm quick to learn. I'm sure you see I graduated the top percent of my class in college, sir. After not knowing how to work a camera, it finally paid off. I see, Christopher. It sounds like you have a great skill set. Do you have any questions for me at this point? No, sir. I will let you know if you got the position or not by next Tuesday. Have a nice one. Thank you, sir. Christopher leaves the office and calls Lorelai.
Hello?
Hey, Lore, it's me. I just got out of the interview.
And how did it go? Did you get offered the job?
No, Richard is making me wait.
You got played.
But I think it went well. At least I hope I get the position.
I'm sure you will. My dad loves you, and so do I, so...
What was that?
Well, I was just saying that my dad loves you, and so I'm sure you'll get it. Okay, bye, Christopher.
Lorelai quickly hangs up the phone and calls Suki.
Suki, I messed up big time.
I'm sure it was nothing big.
No, Suki. I told Christopher that I loved him.
End of episode.